Well,
that's the trade of the day. Those dip buyers down there.
it was so
ETFD.
iffy at that higher low, just because I was looking at Nvidia, ES, and Q was making that higher low in the 5 minute, but it, right at that moment, it appears so much like heavy. Even you mentioned Coach Dakota, like this looks heavy here, and next thing you know, we're making a little bit higher candle than the previous ones. Like, yeah, go buy that.
Hmm.
Go
Hey,
buy
it's
it.
the market.
Speaking
I
of
really
speaking
want to
of
see
traders
what
who
we
might,
do at
yeah, go ahead, Drew.
751. 751. Like we rejecting 713, but we came up with some real gas this time. And I really want to see what we do at 751. Are we gonna stay up and continue, or that's my real mark here to make a decision on a trade long side. Back to you, Coach Jay.
Uh, Duncan saying, do we caveman into that 700 lot in the S&P? S&P just looks so hesitant right now.
Yeah.
But could be a 5 point trade. My question there, Duncan, is where do you limit your risk on that? But speaking of traders who are trading well, let's throw it to James for some stats. We got top 5 funded P&Ls for our live traders. What do we got, James?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Good to be here and good to talk about our traders that are killing it in the live funded markets. Let's take a look at yesterday's top 5 live funded P&Ls. Coming in at the top, you saw us report on him during the 1 p.m. hour. Nicholas K, number 198 on the big board, earned a racking $12,583 in the live markets. So congrats to you, Nicholas K. Right behind him, Thomas R, number 201 on the big board, 5,942. Thomas R is trading out of the UK and trading the NQ. Nicholas K is also trading the NQ. Essentially, every trader you see here is trading the NQ except for Brendan, and we'll get to him in a minute. Up next, Jan. Jan is out of Taiwan, and they are also trading the NQ, earning $5,544. Andrew S. out of the USA, $4,292. And of course, Brendan O. trading out of Australia with $3,986. Brendan O. has been
Order
trading
filled.
the ES in a live funded account. So number 24 on the big board, Brendan is working his way up. Andrew S, 204 in the big board, and Jan number 30. We got tons of big board players earning money in the live funded account. So congrats to all of you.
Order filled.
Now, moving on to payouts. Payouts from yesterday. Here they are. Taiwan J taking home $8,999 from their live accounts. Quentin, $5,500. Wayne, $5,000, and Miguel, $3,230. Congrats to all of you live funded traders putting in the work and paying yourself. You're putting in the time and you're taking home the cash. That's how you do it. That's all I got for now. I'll send it back to you, Jay.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, James, and shout out to all those traders. Love to see an S&P trader thrown in the mix there. JK said it in the chat. Everyone trades the Nasdaq because that's what Top Step TV trades 90% of the time. There are 36 different markets you can trade with Top Step accounts, not just the equities. Coach Paul and I like to talk about them during at the buzzer, but good to see an S&P trader on there making
Order
some
filled.
money in the spoos. 23,720 last trade in the Nasdaq. S&P still has this 700 lot here, right at that 6,500 level. Dow and the Russell continue to make new lows on the day. Crude oil 63.74 and gold last trade 34.68.60. 70% long still in this Nasdaq tilt. Long from 680s. They're
Looking
buying the
good,
dip,
man.
Dakota.
They're
Looking
buying the
great.
dip. I'm looking at this. Microsoft just turned green. Nasdaq's continuing to push towards. We're past 180. We're above 180. I could see this thing breaking the highs. There's good chance we might. Anything can happen though.
I'm not reshorting this push up. This
It's
is more than obvious of real legitimate steady buyers.
yeah.
How do we buy
Same as
this?
yesterday. It looks the scariest at the bottom. It looks very scary at the bottom.
They faked me out. I caught it. They faked me out. They shook me. I'm all right with it. So far, good day. Not too hard. I was joking last night, Coach. Yeah, I was hyped up that you're gonna be leading the show today, and I said I won't be able to sleep. Honestly, that was not the reason, but I slept very little.
Oh, man.
Very little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I think I got
Stop
good
three
so
filled.
hours.
far.
Yeah, but
Mm.
we're here. We are here.
Top Step TV. Woo.
Let's go. Speaking of which, if you haven't done so already, we hit 179,000 Top Step TV. Woo. We hit us 179,000 subscribers. Help us get to 200K. Tell your friends and family to like and subscribe. To hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. For Zion in the chat and for everyone else in the chat, I'll address it. What happened with the Combine Challenge for Dakota and Barron? Any updates? No updates so far,
Ooh.
but if there are updates, you are in the right place and you will hear them before everybody else in the world does. They will be announced here on Top Step TV. No updates right now. There will be some. Team is working on those, and we'll get them out to you as soon as we can. If you wanted some updates
I
on what
think-
Barron is doing right now, check his Instagram. He's giving us updates there. I just checked it yesterday. Shout
Yeah.
out to Barron if you're watching.
Come on,
He's
chat.
he's doing what a trader should do right now.
Correct. Correct. A little bit of
So
due
Close
diligence.
to that
a little bit of
700
diligence.
lot.
Right at 6,500.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're a point off. 682 offered there.
Here's the thing. I know Baron uses Bookmap, and I used to. You can really see that spoofing it there, like it's almost to the tick where that big order just vanishes, and or the opposite. That little edge, is it getting absorbed or not, judging by the size of the bubbles. Also, the icebergs. But as like everything else on these markets, moving averages, indicators, or what, speculative. There's no holy grail, people. If somebody is trying to tell you that there's something that works all the time, consistently and great, there's no such thing in this game. I promise you that. I would have found
Stop-filled.
it by now.
Yeah.
Unless
True.
unless you're a broker or a market maker. Wait.
Even then, man. Even then,
Yeah. Hey,
and
you gotta
Hope
take
probably
risks.
has stories of brokers and
You
market
never know when.
makers in a bad position.
Yeah, oh yeah. You never know when like 150,000 people on Reddit gonna gang up on you and push you out of your position. It has
Real
happened.
They
quick
follow
here.
that stuff now.
Real quick here, we do have a minor number coming out at the top of the hour. KC Fed Manufacturing, KC Fed Composite Index as well. Minor number. Not sure that it'll move the markets, but just be aware if there is any spike of volatility, or if you're from Kansas City and you're waiting for this number to come out. 30 seconds.
Okay.
30
We're seeing
seconds.
a little bit of selling pressure up here in these 720s. Some profit taking. Markets retreating a little bit. See if we could get a decent pullback, or if we just break through this.
That's what I'm looking at too.
Order
It's
fill.
not giving me
High
that nice short I want.
gives you the opportunity to limit risk.
What would be? We're talking about a 25-point risk right now in the Nasdaq if the short's up here.
Yeah, we got to looks like about 10 or 12 or 13 points of risk if we were to sell the high of this bar, which is 23,730. That's if you're counting on selling the high of this bar, but that's 10, 15 points of risk on that. And if we roll over, this thing could come all the way back to point of control, perhaps, which is 23,657, or even value low 23,609. We're going to stay range bound. Focus on those extremes. We don't know if it's going to stay range bound, but when it offers you an opportunity that's cheap, some of the best trades I've ever taken were taken because they were cheap.
Yeah. You never know. I still always have a pit in my stomach saying don't sell a quiet market, but there's opportunity. There's always opportunity there.
And there's you're not wrong, especially when it comes to equities.
Correct. Yeah. And it depends on everyone. Someone might be looking for 10 points. Maybe that's all you need. We just sold off,
Right.
15 points right there. So you never know. You never know what someone's timeline is. We just getting a little bit of selling pressure up here in these 720s. So it's going to take some momentum to break through the high of day today, possibly.
First, we got to eat through that 680 lot. Still there. The caveman trade still has not paid off if you took it.
Yeah, it's working out, right? We were talking about it at 695. You got 3 points in the profit right now. See if the S&P wants to take that out. Hogue, we got a question about the Dow. Is that a failed downside auction in the Dow? Was I talking
Say
on
that
mute? I
again,
think I was
Jay.
on mute. Was that a failed downside auction in the Dow?
Let me take a look. You gotta. Yes.
There we go. So
Yes, it
for
is.
Ishmael, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout out to the Dow. I like that market.
I
Chat,
really
I don't know.
dislike
What's
days
wrong
like
with this
this.
heart rate monitor? I don't know why it's saying 140.
I could say,
I'm over
were you
here
doing some wind sprints on the break?
Cody, you all right, man?
You guys are doing some jumping jacks over here.
Mhm.
No,
I'm down
when the
for-
heart's gray, it means it's not connected. So it's there's something up with this. Yeah.
That's my resting heart rate right there.
Yeah, well, this is the first time I had like a little bit of a coffee for a while, so I'm like, yeah, it can't be that bad.
That tilt did pair back in the Nasdaq. It was 70% long. We're seeing 56% long now, 64% long tilt in the S&P. Cena wants to know, why do I like the Dow? It's kind of a mix, in my opinion. It's a mix between the S&P and the Nasdaq, where it moves pretty well, but it doesn't cost a whole lot. Where the tick value is a little bit, it's less than the Nasdaq. Is not as volatile. Yeah, it's just a great market. Trades really well, respects levels, it moves when it wants to move. We are about 1.5 2 points off that 6,500 level in the S&P. 686 contracts offered there. Let's see if we go take them out.
I'm short one MNQ, 7,
All right.
11, and 3 ticks. It's given my favorite setup, retracement not coming from the band. You guys call it 3-bar reversal. And I hate days like this when ES and NASDAQ are so disconnected because NASDAQ made top of the range, ES still in the middle. Either one going to shoot up and catch up or they going to move down together. What do we get here? 20,
Mhm.
20 I'm going to move it into profit just because it could snap back and shoot through my entry. Just one MNQ.
What are
if
you?
it gives me the same result or better, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. I was in it 7, 11, and 3 ticks.
Okay.
And,
You're
I
out
moved
of it.
it down by a point, about 2 points. Yeah, it got me out. It got me out. This,
Nice
I
little
hate
scalp.
when they're disconnected
Little
like
trade
this.
there from Doom. Quick
I
trade
cleared
there
out
from Doom.
clean. $1 on this.
Hey, there's a
Difficult
lot of people
market,
that wish they were just up or down $1.
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
dollar night at 5. I told you in chat on slow markets, man. I fat fingered 5 minis instead of 5. It punched
Micros.
me in the mouth so quick. I haven't done that in a very long while. There it was. I heard Hogue twice, real quick, order filled.
Order filled.
Order filled.
Order
Seeing a
filled.
little bit of a pullback here in the equities. Little pullback in gold.
Yeah.
House is still short crude oil. Last trade over there, 63.76. Nasdaq testing that 700 level again. S&P, who's going to be the buyer to take out the 700 lot here in the 6,500s here? Are you in the chat? Are you in the chat? Let us know. Are you buying that 600 lot up there?
I mean, that's a beautiful. This is why I love Top Step TV, man. We all sat here, we watched it come up to these 720s. We've seen it in our own different way, right? We're all, digesting the same data in our different ways, and I've seen the stocks start to come off a little bit and some selling pressure
Order
at
filled.
720s. Hogue, you jumped in, started talking about a cheap trade. Doom, you jumped
Stop
into a
filled.
short, and I mean, look at this. We're down
I kind of leaning
28,
it,
almost 30
but
points. Yeah, but
yes,
we're all seeing the same thing, though.
So-
We're all understanding this market in our own way, and we came,
Yep.
almost 30 points down off those highs. So, depending on how much you were looking for, that was a valid trade. If you're able to get 10 points,
Horizon
15
is everything
points,
in this business. Horizon is everything.
yes.
Doom, you were saying this trade here in the Nasdaq was giving you your favorite setup. We saw, you got in at 11s, we got a little 20-point trade here. I want to offer something to you here, just like everyone else in the trading space does. We're going to call that trade, if it's your favorite trade, the doom and gloom.
Order
And to
filled.
start your
You pick
Discord
a name.
service,
Mm.
I only charge a 2% fee, Doom. So every time you
2%
say
fee?
doom and gloom, I'm only going to take 2%. Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
Jay,
Okay.
Jay needs to do that. He did the same thing to me. We were trying to come up with, this was 2 years ago, right, Jay, where we were coming up for a name of my slow markets,
Yep.
and Jay had charts after dark. I'm like, oh, that's a good
Charts
one.
after dark.
That was a good one.
What's the
Yeah,
percentage of
after
that?
dark. Well, I went with
1%.
slow market.
It was 1% for charts after dark, but Dakota didn't go with
Yeah.
it. So
No, I'm cheap. I had to come up with a different name. But charts in the
Hey,
dark,
better be
charts
cheap
after
than
dark.
sorry.
Yeah.
It, it's still somewhat my favorite setup. It's not as good just because ES and Nasdaq are so disconnected. ES is I cannot put my finger on it. Like one is at the top of the range, the other one is in the middle. And as I mentioned, 50 SMA is flat on ES. It's all of the signs that are just, hey buddy, hands off. And if you're that trigger happy, just risk 10, 15 points with one micro, and that's that. Just wait.
Well, coming up at noon today, we got a 7-year auction. Shouldn't be a huge deal. We got a White House press briefing at noon as well. We got Trump signing executive orders during Power Hour, 2:30.
executive orders.
Something
Do we know
coming
what
up-
they're about today? Do we ever know what those executive orders are before he signs them? I don't think so, right?
Sometimes they leak out and on Twitter or whatever, but they're always a lot of different things. I'm also Hogue. I think I'm making a list tomorrow. We got a piece of content together of like the top 5 or 10 places that Trump needs to send the National Guard in Chicago. I have a few in mind to hang up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nvidia's back at
Interesting.
180 here. Did we?
Yeah, we've been hanging
go
around
positive?
180. 180. That's the line in the sand for Nvidia. Everyone's calls and puts are just not in a good spot.
Hey,
Shout
Hey,
out to the options.
everything
sellers.
got swept.
Update on the 180 straddle from yesterday.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Gone from $12 to $4 so far. Market makers are
Right
happy.
there. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
All right. Well, while we consolidate a little bit here, while the markets decide where they're going to go, let's throw it back to James real quick. James has some announcements.
I sure do. Here are some things you need to know in the upcoming days for Top Step and Top Step TV. Starting with, you've heard me plug it all week long, and I'm not going to stop until the day comes. Next Tuesday at 1 p.m., Top
Order
Step
filled.
TV is sitting down with Robin Dane once again. Robin
Order
Dane
filled.
ran across Wall Street as the trader's coach. If you haven't heard me say this by now, Robin has worked with professional traders, hedge fund managers, you name it. She is there to offer discipline advice and how to strengthen your mental toughness. Now she's going to be back on Top Step TV next Tuesday at 1 p.m., taking your questions live. If you're struggling in the markets with your mindset or your trading psychology, this is a segment you do not want to miss. So, next Tuesday, 1 p.m., Robin Dane is here. We're going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat for you to get your questions into Robin ahead of time, and then tune right back in here to see if you have your question answered live on TV with Robin and Hogue. Also, we're mixing things up today. Our usual 12 p.m. lunchbox trading usually features a VIP guest, but today we're going back to our old school roots with group coaching with Hogue. That's right, Hogue is going to be offering an hour-long group coaching session today, well, 45 minutes after shoulder tap. So, we're also going to get questions for Hogue into the chat right now. If you want Hogue to answer your questions live, get
Order
them in
filled.
now and then be back
Order
here at 12
filled.
p.m. for lunchbox trading, also known as group coaching with Hogue. For those of you who have been with us from the beginning, you know that this is your time to have your your questions answered
Order
by Hogue.
filled.
It's a big fan favorite. We're happy to bring it back today. I know Hogue is stoked. So go ahead, get your group questions in, group coaching questions in now. Also, one more update for you all.
Stop filled.
Yesterday, you might have heard us on Top Step TV during Power Hour tell you that the next Top Step Trader meetup has
Order
been
filled.
delayed. And yes, it is true. We did originally say a date of sometime in September, but we are canceling that for now as we look to find better ways to provide an awesome trader meetup for everybody out there. We are still going to have it. We are looking at venues, we're looking at dates, and as soon as we have more information, we will let you know right here first on Top Step TV. We just want to make sure that we throw the best party and the best meetup for all you traders who are traveling in from out of town. So please, we are so sorry for the early announcement. Give us a little bit more time, and we're going to have it ready for you. It's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be a blast. Doom and Dakota can attest. They were at the last one, and so was Coach Jay. I bet you everybody who's been about to pass it back to was at the last trader meetup, and they're going to tell you how awesome it was. Back to you guys.
Good pass, James. Good
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, trader meetup is going to be a great time, but postponed for now, and that is all right. We do have that form in the chat for group coaching with Hogue. Make sure you get your questions in there. And we have the S&P testing this 6,500 level again, 726 contracts offered there. NASDAQ about 15 points off the high of the day. Let's see if we go take that out. Doom, nice cut on that short there. We traded a little bit below 700, no selling below. Nice cut there.
You got to be quick with those. I used to be very quick, and still trying to find a balance. I used to scalp a lot. Now I look bigger horizon. You know what I really miss, and folks that are combines and XFAs, enjoy and utilize the performance tab because it's going to give you key insights about your trading that you won't observe yourself just because the focus, the pressure while being in the trade. Are you like about that horizon? If you're like really good in between 5 and 15 minutes, just aim for those trades and go with it. If you scalp, if you're bringing the consistency within like 90 seconds, like master scalper, you're lightning in and out, couple of points. It was great. Also, I think Coach Dakota sent the ninjas at my house. I'm missing his sheet from a book. This trading, I'm going to quote him. This trading stuff is difficult. Let me call Hogue. Folks, you have the opportunity to send your questions today to Hogue. I'm
Printed
going
out
to
a
stick
book.
around and watch that for sure. The wisdom of a seasoned trader is nothing to pass on.
You
Very
have a
nice.
book.
Wait,
Doom. It's been a minute since we've done these, and I'm really looking forward to it.
This trading stuff is difficult. Let me call Hogue. That's it's a good,
Hey,
that's a good one.
hey,
You got to call.
everything you got, man. Everything counts. Like, call anybody as long as it helps your trading. Go
Right.
for it.
Who you gonna call?
Exactly. And I mean, Top Step does have some amazing resources for traders. I mean, the VIP
Yeah.
program, the tools here at Top Step X, the Discord community. I mean, I could sit here and go on, but heck, I think you hear it here all the time where people say, "I wish I would have found Top Steps when I first started or sooner," but you're here now. That's what matters.
Oh, we're so close.
I'm a trader too. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
We're so close to that 700 lot.
Hey, Jack. I told Dakota this the other day. Be the bid that you want to see. If we just got that house, got the house account to buy the 700 lot. Do it.
I'm only allowed to go in with you guys. So
Yeah, I hear you.
All right,
I
I'm
feel
in.
like buying.
I'm in. Go.
Yeah, I can get in for you, Jack.
Nvidia down. We did see Nvidia down 2.5% on the day, back down to under 1% negative, down 0.94% right now. So a little bit of a bounce in Nvidia, kind of hanging around this 180 level. Let's see if Nvidia breaks out, Nasdaq breaks out. Does the S&P make a new all-time high?
Such a difficult.
Does it make one? What are you saying, Doom?
Just such a difficult
There we go.
market today. We're staying in range, and one
Hey,
is
there we go, Jack.
here.
Hey,
It is.
there we
It's
go.
catching up with the Nasdaq now. See, we're going to see that continuation.
Traded it
Yeah,
out
somebody
there.
grabbed that.
Hey, trader
With a
meetup.
vengeance.
You got me hyped up.
Jack, I'm seeing 1,500 traded in a second there at the S&P.
Order filled.
99.5 up to 01s. Nasdaq had some orders up there as well. 400 just got filled up at that high. Couple points off the high here in the Nasdaq.
All right, I'm long. I'm long. Oh, yep, I'm long. I'm taking
51s,
profit
here's the
now.
51s.
This is a scalp.
Okay.
This is a scalp. I was long
Here we go.
before micro.
We got some
That
news out as
happened
well.
really quick.
The EU presents a
sold one.
lower U.S.
Stops.
tariff proposal. News came out a couple minutes ago. The EU presents a lower U.S. tariff proposal to unlock the 15% auto duty. So some tariff headlines coming out here. Markets making highs on the day. 23,752 high of the day in the Nasdaq 23,750. Last trade here. S&P 5 points off the all-time high. We were a tick off earlier. Did we find the buyers that are going to do it? Seeing some buying coming in here now. 65.03 last trade in the S&P. 69% long tilt. 64% long tilt in the Nasdaq. 65% long in crude and 53% short in gold. Gold selling off just a little bit here. 34.65.60. Right back to that New York session view up. Last trade in crude 63.84.
Let's go.
We are
I'm
back
long
to
for
just
34.
10 points under the SPX 6,500. We're at 64.90 right now.
64.90,
Yeah,
Jay.
take profits there. I'm going to take another profit here at 51.
I tried to catch it when it ran in it, and I got filled at 7.44 in a tick. I'm short again. One micro, just
Keeping
one.
the size small, Doom.
Hey,
No,
if
side,
it
Dakota,
makes a full
I like it.
rotation down, it'll be a nice trade.
Hey, mustard seed. It's a mustard seed.
Yeah.
Dakota, are you watching the Dome? Do you watch the Dome at all? Because this would be
No,
one of those
nope,
times when I would watch it, because if you're long and you're on a breakout like that, you want to see that Dome really robust. You want to see lots of orders being placed and canceled. You want to see trade moving around a lot. If it doesn't, more likely going to fail as a breakout.
that
Doom,
volatility,
you're
right?
short.
That
You like
Yeah, I'm short and slightly in profits.
Yeah.
Just so slightly.
now we have the potential for a failed upside auction.
We have the potential hold. Do we have to wait a certain amount of time to confirm that
Well, I mean,
failed upside auction? We're kind of past
if you
that.
wait,
that-
if you wait, it's going to cost you usually in trade location. But
Okay.
if you preempt, you got a less of a probability of success. But I mean, if it's cheap,
Order
you preempt
filled.
it. You can get it pretty cheap.
Gotcha.
The Doom is already short, and it's in profit, and I like it.
Nice.
yeah, I'm flat. I'm
Oh,
flat. That was a
it's the
nice,
short.
nice
P&L
little trade
update,
on the
Dakota.
break.
What do we got?
You know what?
19 bucks.
I'm going to take it here.
$19.
It came to the previous high. This could be considered a nice pullback for people to buy it, and I've already took a little bite out of it. If does
Nice.
present that confirmation on, as you call it, a fail side upside auction, I have a little bite of it. I'm willing to jeopardize location.
There you go. Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
you can trade
that
smaller
extra,
if you give up that location.
that extra $20 off the stop loss on the next
Stop
trade.
filled. Order filled.
Yeah.
There
I
we
Or
like
go.
that short.
dinner at 7-Eleven.
Right? Hey,
Dinner.
$20. Honestly, I probably live in one of the most affordable neighborhoods in the world. We got restaurants and bars that you can still go in with $20 and sit down and have a good time.
No way. Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a bar called Doubles right next to my house. They serve $2 domestic beer and $7.50 double shot of Jack.
Double shot.
Nice.
Double shot.
Doom, do you work with the Chamber of Commerce?
Oh,
No,
what's the address? I'll meet you there.
hey, my kid's godfather and long-term friend and the person I brought to the meetup. I'll visit Chicago. We're gonna go out, and a double Jack with Coke would be like $40 or something. So I get them over there at my joint, and I was like, okay, whoever managed to drink, because we always fight who's going to buy the bill. Whoever drinks the most drinks will pay the bill. So with 3 or 4 in those
Stop
doubles,
filled.
and I pick up one of those advertisement things with the prices and just put it in front of his face and flip it, and said like
Order filled.
$7.50. He's like, oh,
Stop
Lord.
filled.
Gonna be here for a while.
It sounds like you're about to have. I'm reading the chat. It sounds like you're about to have a lot of new neighbors, or
Yeah.
we may have just found the new location for the
Order
next trader
filled.
meetup. Seeing the Nasdaq sell off here, I know Doom did get short. You're out of that trade, but seeing some selling off those highs. Richard Harris, nice trade there. Got short from 6,575, 23,710 last trade in the Nasdaq, 64.96 half last trade in the S&P. Let's see if we get rotation.
Looks like
Right,
we got Lenny'd out on our crude position. We're flat now.
Stop
Overall up
filled.
343.
Mm.
Just
A
came
you
in.
win
still
is a
short?
good thing.
Are you still short Doom?
Oh no, I pushed it and got out of it quick, just because it
Oh.
hit the previous
Order
high and
filled.
uptrend, high highs, high lows. So took it there. It was a decent quick scalp. Also, I cold top bottom, kind of letting the bottom, kind of gave up this a little bit quick. I'm a little bit underslept. I don't want to take big risks and stay in, especially when it start really running up with actual buyers and that explosive push above. Being short for too long at a high, it could present big win, but also a quick devastating loss.
That makes sense. Yeah, after we ran those highs, Nvidia started. Yeah, the markets in general started to pull off again. So it's looking more bearish here than it
Order
was.
filled.
I wouldn't be surprised if we dipped back down below 700.
How many times I believe all of us and everybody in the chat seen a 5 minute candle push down, whip up
Go straight
past
back
where
up.
it opened, and continue
Stop
up,
filled.
and your order is
Oh
sitting
yeah,
down there at the wick like, "Hey, what's up?"
it was. Yeah,
uh, we, we do have the London close coming up in about 6 minutes here. Jack, also, we do have a note auction, I believe. Is that right? Or a 4-week bill auction. Should we pay any attention to that, Jack?
It's probably not. It's not going to affect. Once again, not
London
financial
Open.
advice, but those tend to be
Right.
pretty standard.
Got you. What about the 7-year
Going on here.
at 12? What about the 7-year at 12 Central?
It's more
Same
interesting.
thing.
I would be cognizant of it if you have positions in. I mean, especially if you're trading bonds, which none of you are.
Right.
Usually it's the 10, especially the 30 that move it.
Got you. Good stuff. Thank you, Jack. Selling off here, 50 points off that
Stop
high.
filled.
I got Hogue, we were talking about this initial balance before, right? And how do you trade it? That 743 was the high in the Nasdaq. One thing I'm looking at is we have VWAP since the New York session started down at 671. So we've had price, trade down below the 600s, up above 750, but really no volume up at those highs, and we're seeing sharp movements off of it. So that's an interesting trade there, Hogue. We look above that initial balance high. We found the last buyer, and we turn around real quick.
Yep.
Does it sustain? We'll see, but it's a nice look.
One of the
Order
gold
filled.
tricks to kind of
Stop
see
filled.
if that is more
Order
likely to be a
filled.
failed upside auction is you saw when we popped up IB high.
Stop
Nothing
filled.
but stops up there.
Order
and then
filled.
price action just slowed. That's what we were talking about, kind of looking at the dome in that situation, because you want to see the dome remain robust for continuation. But if the dome dies after all the stops are gone, then this is what happens.
So,
You
Hogue,
got
when you say
the laggard buyers.
robust, are you looking for bids to be stepping up?
I'm looking for participation. I'm looking for lots of orders being placed and canceled. I'm looking for price to gyrate a little bit. It needs to get wiggly. If it gets wiggly when all the stops get hit and then it just sits there,
stop filled.
That's not good for continuation.
Order filled.
We just got the last of the stops out. We just got the last of the laggard buyers in. Probabilities, we go back below that IB high. We may chase out all those laggard buyers. All the shorts just got taken out. When the shorts get taken out,
order filled. Stop filled.
Power away from the market, and you start to see it roll over like it is now.
Yeah. Lack of bids, and we need initiative buyers. Hogue, you talk about it all the time. Somebody needs to want to pay higher, right? We need somebody to want to pay higher, and they just didn't there. We got a volume point of control here at 683 in the Nasdaq, and there's that New York session VWAP 671s tag at it, and we had 400 contracts trade in a second right at that New York session VWAP. Let's see if we potentially get a bounce here. We
I'm
got
in
some
long.
movement though.
I'm long
There we
got it
go.
long.
676.
688 and 3 ticks. Box
Hey, you guys are
688.
both on the right side of the market now, or I shouldn't say right side. You don't know that, Jay. You don't have
This-
you have no idea where this is going. On the same side of the market
You're
is
both
what I
long
meant to say.
Nasdaq.
Yep, I'm long Nasdaq. This is that resistance that we had a very difficult time breaking out
I
of.
don't like this, man.
And so what
House
happened?
into, Jack?
Resistance. Can we become support?
Not yet. Because they're in Nasdaq.
What price, Dakota?
I'm in at 76, 676. This was the area that was resistance. We broke out, ran those highs, came back, testing it. So I'm long too.
Nasdaq or micros?
Same thing. Micros, Nasdaq, not minis. I might build a position here if we see some support.
I'm out of
Order
this.
filled.
I don't like this. I don't like shorting it, but long is not my trade. I don't like, not my thing. Not my thing.
No
It
problem with
looked
that,
good,
John.
and then it made that rapid push down. Let's use this amazing feature here. What time is it? 11:28.
Yeah, 2 minutes
there
until
you go.
London close.
2-minute warning. I want to give a shout out to Ashley Bedford in the chat. Got my first payout request today in
So
2 years of
fucking
trading. Only 1150, but I'm so proud of myself. Even though I had a shit day today and lost 250. Ashley, great job. Only 1150. There's a trader out there right now that is still looking for that first payout. Good job taking money out of the markets.
Yep.
That's such a empowering feeling.
Yep. Actually being able to
it's
pay
a sweet
yourself.
feeling, too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like you get into this. It's so kind of different. You don't know what you're looking at. It's charts. It's numbers. It's things moving up and down.
Stop filled.
You watch people on YouTube and using these different terminologies, lows, highs, and you kind of stick around. And it comes to the point that you get a payout of it, and you're like, yes, I got this.
Ooh,
Such an amazing
continue selling
feeling,
here.
too.
Yeah, I locked myself out for under 10 minutes just to chill. I had a good trade. I kind of stepped in front of this kind of sell off, reverting back to the mean, getting that happy itchy fingers. I'm gonna chill for a little bit.
Good idea. London close coming up in about 30 seconds here. We did just see a little bit of a flush there, recovering. 671. Dakota, what price are you long from?
77, but I'm going to build a position in this zone, these 70s.
Okay.
Like I said, this is that level of resistance, and now everything's zones in the way I view it. So I'm going to build a position. I want to build maybe 5 micros, continue to add
Okay.
if we see some buyers stepping back in.
Gotcha. Gold selling off a little bit here as well. 34.6140. We saw a high in gold of 34.71 even, so we're about 10 points off the high there. Jack, we saw that 700 lot get filled in the S&P. If they were selling to open, they're happy
Sure
right now.
did. Yeah, well, we have
filled.
330 at 93. That's going to get taken right about now.
No.
Oh, it took some of it, and then it didn't trade out, if I'm looking at the dome right.
So what Jack is telling us is he got a partial fill there.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack,
You
be
should
the offer you
see
want
my
to see.
heart rate.
Be the offer you want to see.
A little bit of a bounce here. Dakota long from 77s. Dakota, I know you were talking on slow markets yesterday. We do have London closed. London just closed,
Stop
by the
filled.
way. Dakota was talking on slow markets. All week you've been building that trading plan. We might be able to see some of that plan in action here, right? I know it's the pullback trade, right, that you were building out. And last night you were talking about adding into a position. So we might be able to see this in real time, chat. You guys been paying attention. Last trade here, 690s. Dakota was long from 77s, talking about wanting to build.
Yeah.
Tell us about it,
Order
Fast
Dakota.
filled.
markets
How do you do
is
that?
a little bit of a different beast, right? Because markets
Yep.
move very, very fast. I was able to get into 3 so far. I wanted to get into 5, but we didn't spend a lot of time down here in these 70s. We
No.
just popped down there and then immediately rejected. We're right back almost into these 700s. So a quick 20 points is so not enough time in this area and not a lot of consolidation to build a decent position. either I was too slow, I didn't
Order
give the
filled.
opportunity. But yeah, I started with 1, then 2, and we popped down here. And then as soon as we started to reverse back up through these 70s, I got into the third one. But yeah, we're already back into these 700s. Nvidia's,
There it is.
yeah, I'm continuing to watch Nvidia and Apple and the major stocks. Buyer stepped in. This is a good example. This was resistance. What happens? Resistance can become support. And sure enough, it became support. And we are right back at these 700s. Is that
Awesome stuff.
is that a good example, everyone? Is that a good
I would
example?
say so.
Very
I
nice
would
way
say
to
so.
do it, coach.
Order filled.
Very nice one.
That's
I wanna
that's
give
the sign of
myself
a
a
good
little-
trade. Is it doesn't give you a lot of time to get in.
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Not. It does not. I'm going to give myself a
Yeah.
little shameless plug here. Shout out to KW in the chat. It says, one can't go wrong when you learn from Coach Jay and his volume anchored VWAP teaching. KW, I appreciate that. If you look at where we bounced here in the NASDAQ, right at 23,671 in that zone. What is that? That is New York session anchored VWAP. Also, shout out to Brian Shannon for writing the book on it. Nice trade there. And a little shameless plug. Want to update positions real quick, guys? I'm going to throw it
Yeah,
over to James.
I'm going to take profit right here at 705, 704. So I'll be looking to take profit. One of them. That's a nice thing about multiple contracts and trading this is you can take partial positions.
Stop
yeah,
filled.
I just closed one for profit, tighten up my stop loss, and I can leave a runner or two and see if we can go back up and run these highs again.
Looking pretty good. AK locked out 80 ticks. Nice trade. Nice trade.
Good
Dakota
job.
taking some profits here. We got some good trading going on all day here.
I'm going to sign
On
out
Top Step, and-
for a little recap prep. House is flat.
All right, Hogue.
Great trading today, guys. Doom, Dakota,
Thank you, Hope.
Jay, Jack. See you in a little bit.
Good to see you, Hope.
See you in a minute.
We'll catch you, Hogue. All right. Dakota is taking some profits on this trade here. Dakota, I'm going to give you some help on this trade. We might see 23,800s. Chat, that is not financial advice. Right after this news. Let's throw it to James. James, what do we got?
All right.
Oh, Jay, give me a second because I got to hear my favorite song.
W. James.
I thought you were gonna play Two Pony Club. I love that song.
That's a slap.
Did we do
Play
it?
it, James.
Oh, man. Okay. We had it say James and it said Hogue, but it'll change. Don't worry. Hey, everybody. It's a fast and wild day here on Top Step TV, and I'm here with the stories you want to know to get you through it. First, not really a news story, just a fun Chicago thing. It's college dorm move-in week. All the college kids are coming back. This was cited at 6 p.m. on the Lake Red Line.
Order
3
filled.
college kids putting a couch on the train. How do they even get it down there in the first place? If you're not familiar with the Lake Red Line stop, it's underground. You have to take
Yeah.
very narrow escalators.
Jesus.
Going to DePaul or Loyola?
That's
Figure
a
this
good
out.
question. They're going. It's definitely a northbound train. But yeah, I just thought that was fun. You never when the
Not
college
going
kids
to
come
University of
down.
Chicago, that's for sure.
You
guess
can
that was
always
northbound.
see incredible things on the CTA. I hope they got it to wherever they were going. Best of luck, boys. Also in Chicago news, it's a metal weekend. Avenged Sevenfold is in town. They are opening for Soldier Field. They're opening for System of a Down at Soldier Field. And while I don't really care much for Avenged Sevenfold, what I do love are free hot dogs given away by the Chicago Dog.
Order
Chicago's
filled.
Dog House. If you are one of the first 20 customers in line for the Avenged Sevenfold collab, you can get a free Hail to the King banger made with smoked alligator sausage, spicy sweet mustard, caramelized onions, and jardinera peppers. I don't know how metal that is. Dolby, you're in the chat. Is this metal? If that's not metal enough for you, you can go to Kuma's and you can get an Avenged Sevenfold burger.
Stop filled.
A little piece of heaven burger, Kuma's Angus beef, black truffle oil, sauteed mushrooms, black garlic aioli, free Parmesan. Sounds like it. Heartburn City, baby!
Toby in the chat says
What's-
he had a band called Chicago Style Wieners. Weenies.
Stop filled.
Free dogs for our show. So yes, fact checked. We checked it. Hot dogs are metal. Wish I was going to this show, but I'm not.
Order filled.
Anyway, now in some more larger news, Bill Belichick And his new company, managed by his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, files to trademark the term gold digger. Bill Belichick, who is 73,
Okay.
has been dating Hudson, who is 24, and have been accused as being a gold digger, a term that refers to someone who enters into a relationship mainly for financial means. But now it seems like they want to capitalize on the criticism by making a gold digger line of jewelry. The company that filed the trademark also filed 17 other trademark applications with some really good names, I got to admit,
Sounds
including
like MT.
Chapel Bill, Bellustrator, Trail of Salty Tears, No Days Off, and the Belichick Way.
Belichick way.
So I'm a huge
Oh,
fan of Bill Belichick. I was a Patriots fan growing up. His new girlfriend, she apparently is not. Bill's not the first old guy she's dated, and he had a ton of money as well. So I think these are all her ideas somehow.
A coincidence.
Just a coincidence, yeah. Interesting, and I'm surprised Kanye didn't take advantage of that 20 years ago.
Exactly. Success.
I'm surprised
is
he
the
didn't already have it
ultimate
trademarked.
aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that
Well,
is the stories I
Stop
brought for you
Order
today.
filled.
I'm going to send you guys back to these markets. We'll see you a little later on. Don't forget, click the link in the chat. Group coaching with Hogue. Get your questions in. See you guys later.
Stop filled.
I'm sure Dolby would agree that you cannot have a proper mosh pit with hungry people. So that's a very good move with the hot dogs.
There you go.
Well, it's
Here
only
we go. We
20
got
of them, so I mean,
Crude oil is selling off here. Crude is down about 20 ticks in the last 30 seconds or so. New lows on the day, 63.38. We did get stopped out of that house account trade. Crude making new lows on the day. New lows.
Lennied.
Yeah, Hogue.
Uh,
It happened. We'll catch the next one. We took profits. That's all that matters. Dakota, you still in this long?
yep, still in the long from 78. Took profit once, and I'll be looking to take another profit if we get up into the 720s. We're not too far away. And then I'll leave one on as a runner to see if we can run up through session highs.
it's doing it again.
What's that
Nasdaq
do?
is bullish. ES started looking weak. It's just going to toy with me where I'm going to catch a good trade and unconvince myself that it's a good trade and cut it.
So
From personal
bonds are
experience.
getting back to a pretty good. Let me go to the yields here. We're getting closer to the 4.2 yield in the 10-year, which has been a pretty good spot of resistance over this summer. 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's projected there. Could be something interesting.
Interesting.
It's doing it again.
Yeah,
It's
I thought that was
doing
pretty
it.
funny too.
Coach Dakota,
Yeah,
you know.
I know.
Doom's quote. Doom's just looking at the chart. He's like, "It's doing it again." Like a tagline for Doom's trading movie. Doom versus the Nasdaq. It's doing it again.
It's the markets. You know how it is. You stick around and kind of. I started as a SPY options trader and kind of switched to futures, and it was mostly ES. And I graduated into Nasdaq, where the real show was at. And you stick around to trade one thing, and you start noticing its behavior. Is it the market participants, or the thing has a mind on its own that just wants to destroy your life and soul and take everything you got?
Mhm.
But you start seeing these patterns, Soko, where it's really doing it again.
We should put that like as a quote on the website. What was that? Like the market's something to destroy your life and soul and everything you care about.
Yeah, everything you care about. You know what? You know what it is doing right now? How I see it? It has a dollar bill on a fishing cord. Like,
Yeah.
go for it.
That's a commercial, right? Where the old man in the fishing. I feel like that's a commercial. Almost got it.
It's
Old man
a
fishing.
thing for
Oh,
Frank
you gotta
Kidd
be
and
quicker than
Washington.
that. You got to be
Yeah,
quicker
yeah.
than that.
Quicker than that.
Like
Right?
Yeah,
$300
gotta be
bill.
quick. Yeah.
Price chat wants to know. They said I've talked about some prices here. I talked about 23,800, 23,500. Just as a reminder, anything we say here is only our ideas, not a suggestion to take a trade in any direction. And if you've traded the markets enough, you know that you're going to be wrong more than you're right. So we talked about potential targets to the downside, potential targets to the upside. What we got to do as traders is take the part in the middle,
Mm.
and that's it. If I try to get paid off for predictions, doesn't really work. Got
Oh,
to
I
put
would
some
have
real
been
risk
a
in the market and
gazillionaire.
take your piece in the middle.
I would
Say
have
it again,
been on
Doom.
the front page. I would have been a gazillionaire on the front page of every magazine that I've been getting ripped
Right?
off by Gold Digger. But unfortunately, predictions don't pay.
Oh man.
We
Where
got
do you
about
Well, we
meet?
bought the dip.
Yeah,
great
I
question,
did buy
I
Jack.
was gonna
the
say
dip.
where do you meet? Did like Belichick meet this? Does he like read DMs on Instagram or something, or is this like a website that I haven't been invited to? Interesting.
Yeah, there might be a service or something. I don't know. I don't know what Bill's got going on, but yeah,
What's the age difference on this?
she's like 25 or
And
26, and
how
Bill
old is Bill
Belichick's in his
Belichick?
70s. He's in his 70s.
What was he
70. So it's
complaining?
like a friend's grandkid.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? What happened actually? So they were doing an interview actually, and again, I'm a big Bill Belichick fan. I think he's a great coach. He doesn't get enough credit
They met at
for
the
what he did with the
library.
Patriots. I don't think, but they were doing an interview one time, and the interviewer asked specifically about that, Jack. Where did you guys meet? And she's sitting there, and this is why I really think she's just his business manager. She's just like, he's not answering that, and that was it. They didn't ask a follow up question, so we may never know.
Nothing
Smart.
suspicious
Yeah.
there.
Nope, not at all.
You can make
Grandpa,
something
where'd you
up.
meet this kid? We're selling off here.
Literally.
20, 23,687 last trade here in the Nasdaq. That failed upside auction, Hogue. That failed, or he's in the background there. I know Hogue's not on camera, but that failed upside auction is still playing out. No buying above 23,700s.
Nope. I
Who's
might
selling
Dakota, you still
get
in
this?
this
out of
long?
this one. Yeah, I took profit for a third of this position and just around 700, 704. And these last two contracts, I'm going to let it just play out. I'm not going to learn my lesson letting trades. I have my stop at 61, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Kind of pinballing, just in one range and then above and big counts too. Big
You know what I'm
candles.
Yeah, these
seeing,
markets
Doom?
are a little quiet.
I
You
see
know,
a head and
I
shoulders somewhat for me with a lower right shoulder, but I don't have a setup well with the system I'm using. But continue. I'm sorry, Coach J. What do you see?
No, what I'm seeing is, we talked to Hogue about that initial balance, right? That 160 point range that we have, VWAP is still right in the middle of it, right? So right at 673, we just keep coming back and testing point of control and this VWAP. When it's this flat, it's kind of hard to trust any breakout momentum. And does that mean that there aren't trades? No, right? We just saw Dakota take what was that, a 50-point trade, Dakota, in the Nasdaq.
Yeah, I got
But
40 points
breaking
on
out of
one
this,
contract.
right? So it's moving. It's just not going anywhere. Which, if
Making
you're a range
deviations
trader,
up, down.
yeah,
There's a
It's
meme
moving,
about
but
like
not
going
going
up and down like a toilet seat.
Order filled.
Your
62% short.
folkisms are amazing.
anywhere.
Yes, they are.
You
I saw
can
a
tell
pretty
you're a
important
trucker,
comment.
man. You can tell you're a trucker. I can say that for sure. Oh man.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, yeah. How many late night did you spend on the CB radio and that truck stops?
Oh man, they kind of killed it. It was really on when I started in trucking, but then like the older guys kind of stepped away just because the industry had been like declining of quality of the drivers. But not too long. I've heard all the like I got no pennies on and everything, or come by here and there by the real deal. And Memphis is
Yeah, got
interesting.
it.
There's always a guy on the CB. I think he's been on for like shit, 25 years, just rambling nonsense,
Just going
you know,
off. Oh yeah, I've heard
going off.
so many stories.
That's my dream.
That's your dream. Go out there. Yeah.
The
It's
the scary
Sorry.
stuff is
I
that
gotta sneeze.
people are on their phones, not on the CB
course.
anymore. Everybody is kind of like locked in on their phones, driving like this. That's not good. You ain't gonna last long if you're
No.
doing that.
No,
Mm-mm.
not at all. Bounce
Same
off of
with
New
trading,
York
dude.
session VWAP.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying in the Nasdaq, we bounced off that New York session VWAP. It's 23,673. 62% short tilt right now. Just in this range. Nice little 40 point, 50 point sell off there. We got 13 minutes left here in Fast Markets. Again, hashtag Fast Markets. If you haven't done it already, tag us on X or Twitter. I'm going to keep calling it Twitter. With any trades that you took today, your trader setups, watching Top Step TV, wherever you might be trading from. Doom was just talking about being on your phone in the truck. We see some traders trading in the Tesla. Don't do it. Please don't do it. The
Hey,
ticket's not worth it.
now, if you
Or
have a
whatever.
screen on your dash, like independent
Yeah.
tablet or how the Tesla is and
Mhm.
stuff, and you can get in and kind of monitor your trade, and you can operate it with one hand, and you're not doing it in rush hour on I-55 in Chicago or
Nah,
94.
Doom.
Like
Hit the
I
that,
can't agree with
disclaimer.
that, man.
you're good.
I can't
but
agree with that. I've thrown stuff getting stopped out of a trade sitting at my desk. I would hate to know what I'm going to do with a screen and getting stopped out of a trade
Ugh.
in a moving vehicle. So
You're just gonna
Jack
be
said, hit the disclaimer. Don't do
yeah,
it.
hit the disclaimer. I'm just imagining now somebody who's like hanging in an overturned Tesla while they're getting the jaws of life, and they're watching their Nasdaq position go against them.
Oh man.
You don't want to end up in that situation.
Stopped out twice.
Mm.
Yeah, don't do it.
Stopped out.
Stop that twice.
People will be here
Top
all
Step
day
TV.
telling jokes. We're selling CDs outside in the front. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button if you like what we're doing here today. It's been a fun show for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a great time. We got 10 minutes left here on Fast Markets, but we got a lot of trading left in the day. How are we approaching the rest of the day, guys? Dakota, I'll start with you. How are you approaching the rest of the day today?
I have my VIP coming up, so right after this, I'm hopping into my
Stop
VIP
Phil.
class. We do a little bit of a chill session. We'll chill, we'll talk markets, listen to some music, go over the trading day, answer some questions. The VIP they're trading it up, and I'm not gonna be trading. I don't think outside of that. After my VIP, I'm gonna lock it up. I have to go buy a freaking car. I've been very much procrastinating. Driving around a
What are
rental
we getting?
car, and I don't know. Yeah, my rental car, I have to take it back today. I've extended it a few times. I need to go buy something. I'm kind of leaning towards like a compact SUV right now. I have like a Chevy Trax that I'm renting out, and I've liked it.
Okay.
It's very spacious. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
no,
I'm going to spend
no
the rest of this
Bugatti
afternoon looking.
Sexterosa for you.
I'm probably going to spend less than 30,000. I don't like to spend money. I'll pay cash for it. Don't have to worry about a loan or debt
Payment. Yeah.
or payment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You can put some rims on it?
Car
No,
prices are
no.
at a good
It was
level
like
here.
the early 2000s, Jay. Come on.
Put some spinners on that thing. We got some offers here up here in the S&P 64.98.75, 400 offered there. In the Nasdaq, we're seeing some size, 200 offered at 23,709. No tilt to really talk about here. 64% long in gold. Gold bouncing a little bit here. 34.64 half last trade over there in gold. And we're just chopping around here. Good trading by these guys, though. Good trading. Let's get a P&L update. Doom, what are we at?
$199.75.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. Good job. Dakota, what are we at?
I'm down $12, but unrealized up 50. So, I mean,
Good stuff. Good
Order filled.
we'll see.
stuff.
We'll see. We shall see.
Doom, I asked Dakota, how are you approaching the rest of the day?
Lunch was Hogue at 2 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Central?
Yes. Give me 1 second. I
So
should have the schedule up in front of me. Go ahead, keep going.
lunch,
You
Hogue,
gotta watch those.
nap, maybe breakout in the afternoon, and one more trade. Maybe not. Call it a day. Enjoy. It feels like a Friday. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm buying ribs for sure and brisket. Get ready for the holiday. Enjoy the weekend.
Nice.
You know, close the month with a W. Just have some fun. Enjoy time with your family. And that's about it.
Good stuff. Like Doom said, we got a holiday weekend coming up. Jack, we're wrapping up fast markets here. You're going to be on air later. But anything you want to say before we wrap this segment here?
Yeah, I would love a bigger dip to buy. It didn't quite dip enough for me. Also, I just want to say, Dakota, you talk about like fly rides. My in-laws have been renting a place since the twins have been born, and they didn't have a car, and they only need to go short distance. So my mother-in-law is from a farm downstate, and they found a 2002 Ford Taurus in the barn, and they brought it up here. Driving that car, which I have a few times, you never get more like, "Hey, nice cars" than that. So I think you can get that for about $900 if you're in the market. So just let me know.
$900.
900 bucks.
Maybe while I'm in
buy one, get one
Chicago.
free.
You have to drive it from Chicago to Utah.
You
That's
probably
all I
leave it
got.
on
I'll
the
be back
side of the
later.
road.
Good stuff. Well,
Man.
this has been Fast Markets. We're going to break. Go ahead, Dakota.
No, go. I that's all I was gonna say. That's all I was gonna get into
All right.
it with the chat, but we're good.
Chat's always there. Chat is always there. We are going to break here. This has been Fast Market. It's been a lot of fun trading with you all, but don't go anywhere because we still have some trading to do. Stay tuned. We got Hogue's morning recap coming up next. Then Cole C is going to be joining me and Dolby Time to trade with Top Step. Cole's been working his way through an XFA as well as a couple trading combines. And while he may have taken a loss today already, he's going to take us through his trading for the day. Stay tuned. We'll be giving you market information, any news that comes out. You're going to hear it here first at Top Step TV. Let's go.
Soybeans, meal, oil. You want to buy some soybeans? Soybeans. Who wants soybeans?
With our new profile management system, you can easily update your personal information and your account preferences so that everything runs smoothly on TopStep X, and we will call you the right name when you end up on the big board, perhaps.
Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Welcome to the morning recap. Hopefully, you are trading well and everything is green in your world. We're going to take a look at the opening range trades. We went
Stop
2 for 2
filled.
today. A little over management. We will discuss that. We had Dakota and Doom on the screen today. Some really good trades. Doom really picked the top and the bottom on a couple of different markets.
Order
And we
filled.
got Dakota, I think, probably still long the
Stop filled.
MNQs. See if he's holding on to those. Maybe if he's in the chat, he can let us know. But why don't we dive in? Let's take a look at the opening range trade in gold this morning. So, always in context, right? We're always looking at things in context. The market opened with a gap above the session from yesterday, above weekly kickoff high. I think everybody during opening call was looking for an opportunity to buy gold today at some point, and it did come, but later on in the session, we ended up being short the opening range trade, the 5-minute opening range trade. And again, thank you all for voting. So the 5-minute opening range trade broke to the short side, 34.64.80 short 5 micro gold. Bought two at about 2 to 1. That was about 34.59.
Order
Bought
filled.
another one down here at 34.55 as we were getting close to the weekly kickoff low, 34.50, 34.53. So we moved our stop to break even plus a few ticks. We didn't want to lose anything after kind of getting down to this important level. I had a feeling we
Stop
might
filled.
recover and take out the high of the initial balance, which we eventually did. We
Order
hit our
filled.
last stop on the 2 about 64, 63.80. We made a couple of about $250 on this whole trade. Approximately, I think, was about what we made on this. We also had a winning trade in crude oil, and yes, it was Lennied. It was
Stop
Lennied.
filled.
Well,
Order
that's
filled.
the way the ball breaks. All right, so where did we open? We opened above the late spike, the base of the late spike. Market pushed higher, closed above that range extension. Base of the late spike, 64.02. So we opened above it, but we rejected it right away. I was really kind of happy about ending up being short the opening range trade in crude oil. So let's take a look at how this played out. So we have the market opening, right at the spike base, rejecting it right away. We got short. We tested back. We tested back to that to the
Order
high of the
filled.
opening range. 10,
Stop
15,
filled.
20 minutes after we got short here, 63.89, 5 micro crude oil, and the market started to roll our way. We covered 3 of them at 63.60. Why? Value low from yesterday. We opened above range, above value, came back into value, covered 3 of them at the low of value. At that point, we had a decent kind of swing high to move the stop to, and we even said, I don't really want to monkey this with this trade too much, but we do have a little bit of a swing high to move the stop to. I know there's going to be a lot more stops there. This could be certainly a target. We could end up being liquidity, which is exactly what happened later on in the session. But it was still a good trade, still a free trade once we moved that stop to break even. I think it was break even plus 4. So overall, the house account up $343. Now look at Doom. Doom was actually absolutely killing it on the extremes of these ranges today. The S&Ps opened high of value, looked higher, almost took out that all-time high, missed it by a tick, and then started moving lower. But Doom was kind of looking at the opportunity to buy this market, and he almost picked the low. And then he kind of got out of the trade. He wasn't, I guess, that confident in it, and decided he wasn't going to take much of a profit on that. But he kind of picked the low here, 64.84 in the S&Ps. Got out at like a 4.8 to take profit or point profit, something like that. But didn't realize that he had picked the low. Where did that low come in? Well, here's the 30-minute chart. The market opens yesterday, trades higher, gets to a pullback level, afternoon pullback low, right there, 64.82. Market looked below it, rejected. Doom got long. That was a really nice opportunity to look for that long. And in the NASDAQ, we had a couple of good trades here. So again, very similar situation. The market opened pretty much the high of value from yesterday. Looked higher, did not find what it was looking for above, and came back in and has really been just kind of dragging value higher over time. Doom got short right up here, 23,713 half. He wasn't, I didn't think he felt all that confident. I didn't catch where he got out of that trade. But again, Doom picking the high in the NASDAQ and the low in the S&Ps with relative ease. So now later on in the session, we had the failed upside auction. Okay, there it is. You can see it on the 5-minute chart even. There it is on the 3-minute, 30-minute chart. Market opened, set the initial balance, looked above the initial balance high, failed to hold above it. That's the failed upside auction. We had a decent pullback here, and look at where we are at here. So on the 5-minute chart,
Order
VWAP
filled.
pretty much finding support at that level. Dakota decided he was going to get long 3, tried to get long more down there, but the market didn't give him a lot of time to accumulate any positions there. He did end up
Stop
getting
filled.
long 3 micro NASDAQ, 23,676. And got out of one of them, pretty quickly here on a pretty quick profit here, 23,707. As far as I know, he may still be in this trade. It has not taken out his stop. He did say he was just going to let it fly. So we'll see maybe another day or
Order
maybe
filled.
later on in the chat, we can find out if Dakota ended up taking a profit on that trade. But the market's really kind of falling range bound again. We do have the PCE numbers tomorrow morning at 7:30. There's always something on the calendar that the markets are anticipating. Always something. Always something. But all right, on that note, why don't we go into the quotable quote? All right. This to me says a lot, especially about trading. I don't pay attention to the world ending. It has ended for me many times, and I begin again in the morning. No matter what happens in trading, we always want to trade for tomorrow, right? You never want to, bury an account. Of course, it happens to all of us at some point or another, usually, unless you're really an expert or you're just amazing. But You have a bad day. It's not the end of the world. There's always tomorrow. Always trade for tomorrow. We used to have these signs on the trading floor that said, risk not thy whole wad. Don't hit your daily loss limit. Dig your way out. Be a good steward of your profits. Be a good risk manager. Always manage your money, and tomorrow will come. We all have bad days. We all have good days. Tomorrow, it all starts over again. And the goal is trade for tomorrow and get a little bit better every day. There is our quotable quote. Hopefully, you enjoyed that. We've got Coach Jay coming back on his marathon session today with Dolby, and with them on top trade with Top Step. Cole C is coming up, folks. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
Not a great place for a target.
Order rejected.
service center. In front of that low volume node right there.
Welcome back to Top Step TV and the Coach J Marathon. I brought some friends to run along with me. We got Dolby Time and Cole C in the middle. Cole, Dolby, how you guys doing today?
Great.
Yeah,
Welcome
pretty
back.
good. Thank you.
Welcome back to Top Step TV, Cole. Cole has been here before, trading in an XFA. I think Cole's trading in a combine today. But Cole, how are you looking at the markets today?
Today has been a little bit choppy, kind of like the rest of the past week, but some good opportunities.
We have been.
For sure.
Did you get involved yesterday with NVIDIA earnings on the horizon, or did you sit that one out?
Unfortunately, yes. I think we were all thinking NVIDIA was going to bring volatility back into the market, and so I played calls on NVIDIA, unfortunately, but it is what it is. There's probably going to be some more opportunities coming up here shortly.
So you're getting into the options game. Have you been into options before futures?
Yes, that's kind of how I got into futures. I started with
Order filled.
options markets. I made some decent profits, some unfortunate losses, but futures is definitely a lot easier to navigate. When it comes to risk management. So I prefer futures, but I still do options every now and then.
Yeah,
Don't have to worry about the Greeks.
No, I feel like the options market conspires to make you profitable like your first week, and then just slams the door in your face after.
That is exactly right.
Gentlemen, we got him.
We got him hooked.
We are seeing the equities bid here. Last trade in the Nasdaq 23,726. S&P's trading 6505.50. Remember, we are a couple of points off an all-time high here in the S&P. 6508.75 is that all-time high. We got a high of the day of 6508.50. So a tick off. 59% long tilt in the S&P, 62% long in the Nasdaq.